Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to do an update on the situation with Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors, who plays Kang in the MCU, or did play Kang in the MCU. We don't know what's going on with that. Of course, he was accused of assaulting a woman, what was it, a month or two ago.
March.
It was in March. And, he claimed he didn't do it. And he said that, once the footage comes out, the footage from inside the vehicle that the incident reportedly took place in, people would see that I was innocent. And he was not charged. And now it seems like the tables have kind of turned. But it's at this point, he's already pretty much lost everything, all of his acting gigs. And now it's interesting. We actually have Anthony Mackie coming to his defense. And saying that nothing has been proven about him, nothing, so everyone is innocent until proven guilty. That's all I can say. It's crazy where we are as a society, as a country. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Not according to Twitter,
no,
Anthony, not according to Twitter. That's not the case, but Twitter's already decided this guy is guilty. We're gonna give you the latest updates on the situation in the interest of fairness, but I think I personally think he'll wind up getting recast before it's all said and done, but who knows? Who knows?
But does he deserve to be is the question.
That is,
and honestly, I don't know if he does deserve to be. So
there are rumors that he has a pattern of behavior, but again, it's just like so many other people that have been canceled. There are rumors that there are patterns of behavior. People don't like him for whatever reason. Then they find whatever they can latch onto to cancel a person. We had happen with Vic Mignogna.
I was thinking this whole thing reminds me of Vic Mignogna.
Vic Mignogna, Justin Roiland, same thing. He had a lot of people who didn't like working with him. They didn't like the way he acted at work. So when the opportunity presented itself to cancel him, everybody took that. And look, he might be unpleasant to work with. I have no idea.
Right,
but
and
that's not the question.
It's another thing like let the courts decide type thing is what we usually say.
Right.
We're just going to give you what the updates are, and you can make your own opinion here. So anyway,
before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. If you do, you'll get a woohoo.
Woohoo!
So let's talk about this. You did a story yesterday, and there have been some updates since.
Yeah. So yesterday, the story was that he had a court appearance on the 20th.
Yeah.
Then the 21st, he went into the Chinatown precinct, and then the one Manhattan precinct, and filed a cross complaint against the woman that accused him of assault. Because I guess the one event happened in a car and they got out at Chinatown area. So that's where the one incident supposedly happened.
Right.
So he had to report it there. Then the other incident was supposedly in his apartment and it was in Manhattan. So they had to report it. They had to do it there. So according to the original articles that were out yesterday, that the lawyer and them had brought in the footage they had and took it to the police precinct to file a claim. And after investigation, both precincts supposedly found enough cause to issue an I-card, incident card, to go and arrest her, at least for questioning. Okay, that was what they said yesterday. Now today, they're saying that's not the case. But I have this here yesterday. They're talking about different things. One of the things they said that the DA, they're complaining about the DA because they said that the DA is not investigating this Grace Jabari. They said they had surveillance camera footage and supporting evidence against Jabari, but they allegedly repeatedly pushed back against investigating and charging this person. And then the police supposedly issuing something for her to be arrested, incident card. And then today they're saying that the police said they didn't do that.
Yeah, so the police deny accuser arrested. Now, that was the story, I think, yesterday, was that they were going to turn around and arrest her based on what his lawyer was saying, that there was evidence to arrest her. So they kind of turned the tables, but now the police are saying, no, they're not going to arrest her. His lawyer said, she told Newsweek that Majors met with the NYPD last week to present them with evidence of what really happened that night, I'm assuming video footage. Within hours of viewing the evidence and conducting their own thorough investigations, the NYPD found probable cause to arrest Grace Jabari for assaulting Jonathan Majors. This is his lawyer, Chaudhry, added. They always claim the actor's innocence and even thanked the NYPD when both precincts near Chelsea and Chinatown found probable cause to investigate. Now, according to a Business Insider report, Manhattan prosecutors were reluctant to press charges against Jabari, and the Chinatown police station issued her with an incident card. Yep, calling for her to present to the precinct for questioning, but that was also canceled. So
this kind of ties back to the thing that they said the DA keeps deliberately not investigating this person. So he has to go to court again on August 3rd, but this time, like, it's for misdemeanor charges now. But there's like, the DA will not investigate this woman. And I guess before, I think it was probably before they dropped the charges against him, they had like, the chauffeur, the driver they had, even was willing to testify that, you know, what she was saying wasn't what happened. And that they allegedly have camera footage, you know, from the street and stuff that showed that it wasn't what she was saying happened. But no matter what, she's allowed to keep saying what she's saying, and that's fine.
Yeah, I thought after the Johnny Depp case that you know, the playing field had been leveled.
I mean, if they had like a smoking gun that they had all kinds of video footage of this guy doing this stuff, that would be different. But they don't. And they said even like her injuries that they're claiming that he gave her the day before, his lawyer brought up a good point. She's claiming that she broke her finger, that he broke her finger, and that he had cut up her ear. But in the video footage that they're looking at, she doesn't have either of his injuries. And in fact, she pushes her hair behind her ear. And the lawyer's like, if you were like, you know, doing that and it hurt, you'd be looking down like, oh my gosh, you know, you'd be looking at your hand. You'd be like, what happened? Like looking to find out what the problem was. She has no reaction whatsoever. Like, you know, okay, whatever. Because she's not probably injured then.
So I'm waiting for the allegations come out that she actually faked the injuries, and then the makeup company's going to come out and say.
Well, the lawyer's actually saying, now again, this is what the lawyer's saying, and the lawyer's on his side, so you don't have all the information. That she had supposedly got hurt in his apartment, but this is where I think it's a little stretching. That she had taken sleeping pills and drank stuff and then fell and then hurt her hand then. Because when the cops came, she couldn't tell him how she hurt herself until they allegedly coached her into saying it was him. However, if you don't want to get your significant other in trouble and you're an abuse victim, you will often say, I don't know. So that doesn't actually exonerate him either. But that doesn't mean he did it either. You know what I'm saying?
She hurt herself in her confusion.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. So this is where, you know, these kinds of situations, this is where it always gets, you know, sticky, because there is a history of complaints of Jonathan Majors kind of being a dick to work with or being verbally abusive or whatever.
There's a difference between that and hitting people.
Yeah, that's the thing. And like I said, what happens a lot of times in these situations, and it's the same thing I think that happened with Justin Roiland, same thing with Vic Mignogna. I'm not saying any of these people are saints. These people are completely innocent. What I'm saying is you have to look at the issue at hand, which is, in this particular case, did they or did they not do what they were actually accused of doing? Well, do you have proof of that? Because if you don't, you got nothing.
In the Vic Mignogna case, the alleged proof presented by Anime News Network, I'm putting in air quotes you can't see, turned out the pictures they found, and people that had owned the pictures or the people in the photos were like, that's not what happened.
No, I was a fan. I was getting a picture with them. And in
this case, like they're saying people that were at the scene and witnesses are saying that's not what happened. They said the evidence of the driver and at least 4 eyewitnesses to the fight are like willing to testify that's not what happened. And they said there's video of them on the street, and that's not clearly, that's showing something different than what she's arguing, allegedly.
I personally think he's probably going to be done. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're clear. I mean,
it's not right. If he's innocent, that's not right. He's already been dropped by his PR people and management.
Yeah, the Army. He was in a spot for the Army. They dropped him.
He was on boards of a couple different, you know, independent film things. They took him off.
Because it doesn't, I mean, that's the thing. People are so terrified now of getting canceled themselves that if you've got the scarlet letter, it doesn't matter if you did it or didn't do it. If there's even any controversy. Yeah, if you're a dude.
Because if you're a woman, like Amber Heard's back again in the country, and they're like, oh yeah, Amber Heard, you know, and they're like kissing her ass again. Because, you know, even
I'd wash your mouth after you kiss that ass, because we know what that ass is capable of doing.
I'm just saying. Look, it's just if you're a guy, it is what it is, and it's not right. I'm just saying that he could be done, and he didn't even have to do anything just because she accused him. Meanwhile, there's supposed to be evidence against her, and they're not even doing anything about it. And they said the DA's had the evidence for a while, according to his attorney, and the DA hasn't done anything about it.
Meanwhile, Time's Up goes belly up, and they embezzled money and it was fraudulent. And
you don't hear about it. Whoopsie doopsie. Well, that just sucks. But if it was a dude running it.
Yes, if it was a dude running some kind of organization like that, it'd be scandal. Now it's just like, oh yeah, they partied too much. They had too much wine, and they just, ran up the tab and didn't pay it.
Well, they were doing. They were using it for parties and stuff.
Well, you don't hear about some other. I don't know if I can talk about it on YouTube, but there are some other major organizations that were a big deal maybe 3 years ago in the summer. It took a bunch of money and bought themselves some really nice.
Oh yeah, and then you don't hear anything about it.
You don't
now.
hear anything about it now. You don't hear anything about it
went
now.
away.
Just went away.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap this up. So there we go, guys. That's where it's at. I don't know how it's gonna end. I personally think Disney being Disney, they're gonna Disney and they'll just be like, yeah, it's a multiverse. We'll just get another Kang. That's what we're gonna
That's
do.
exactly what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Because even if he's innocent, they're gonna distance themselves.
Yeah, and they already pushed the movies back, so they have time to find somebody else. All right, gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.